I should go? So I was kind of nervous about playing this one because there's two reasons I'm nervous. One, it's a new song, and you know, you're always excited about the new songs, but you know, you might forget it. But I think I've got it. I practiced it enough. But there's this other reason I'm a little worried about this one.
Is it about gritty?
It's not as home team friendly. The guy in this, let me tell you about this, guys. This is about two friends of mine. One's name is Sean, and one's name is Sabrina. And they're a couple, they're people I used to know. So, Sean, and you know, the thing about these songs is, I grew up in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I think if I'm doing my job as a songwriter, even if you've never been to Minneapolis, you should understand what I'm talking about, because I should be saying something that's specific, that appeals to the universal. But, exactly. But I do want to tell you something about Sean. He has a nickname. They call him Shamrock. And here's the thing. Sean always wore this Celtics jacket. This was the part I knew you wouldn't like. But here's the thing, I'm gonna offer you this. Something terrible happens to Sean. And it's this weird thing because, you know, how he ended up in that jacket, I don't know. I don't know if they called him Shamrock because he always wore the jacket, or he wore the jacket because they called him Shamrock, but that's what they called him. And it may have been just, he took solace after trying to be a Timberwolves fan for 20 years, but...
Celtics are up.
Anyways, I thought you should know about, the thing about Sean also, just want to say that they didn't call him Shamrock because he'd ever been to Ireland, because he hadn't been to Ireland, and he hadn't been to Boston either. Sean pretty much hung out in South Minneapolis. Anyways, this is him and Sabrina's story. She met him after summer school. The high off the bus stop in a knockoff Celtics jacket. He said his crew, they call him Shamrock. His mother died when he was 5, and his dad's some sort of drug cop. But the apple sometimes rolls way down the hill. Sabrina claimed the South Side, but really she's from Richfield. These invisible old divisions never seem like such a big deal. She's been working at the wine bar, making jokes about the mouthfeel. She sometimes takes 20s from the till. Unprovoked and unadorned, white t-shirts and cut-off shorts. Summer takes a shapeless form after dark and powder horn. If you pull your funds together, you barely ever broke. Walking up to SA to get smoked. And in the spring they found some shambles. The South suburban sprawl. Sabrina's taking classes. Shamrock's hanging drywall. But his fingernails keep falling off, and he comes home pissed and sore. Every day he hates it more and more. And the years go on, life goes by. Nothing really happens. School became a drag, so she went back to be a waitress. There isn't much to sit on when the old crew comes to visit. So they all get high and pass out on the floor. Till one day Sean stops working. He said it's such a meager pittance. Once they take the taxes out, it's barely even worth it. The TV's set to static. There's drums off in the distance, and their daughter's sleeping in a dresser drawer. unrehearsed and unfulfilled, Popeye's cups, prescription pills. She admits she sometimes still takes 20s from the till. Shamrock's sick of trying to smile when he's holding in the smoke. He got talking to this guy he sorta knows. Call came in this evening from the county credit union. These guys with masks and pistols crashed in as they were closing. And by the time the cruisers came around, they grabbed the cash and scattered. The cameras always capture all the action. So the trooper pulled them over on a vehicle description at a Hampton Inn in Hudson, about a mile into Wisconsin. And when the footage ran on News at 9, she could tell that it was Shamrock in that ragged satin jacket that says Boston. Unrehearsed and unprepared to be the only one who cares for a daughter who keeps talking about her father. They pulled their funds together, but somehow she's still broke, walking up to Speedway to get smokes. Walking up to Speedway to get smokes.